Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm having some problems connecting my camera to my computer and being able to see what I'm filming basically. So I guess I'll be doing everything by my phone, I guess, for a while, at least when it comes to footage of me. But today we are back with our Plant a Week series that I started last week. And this week we are talking about this plant right here, right behind me. It's a Fiddle Leaf Fig, and it is probably one of my favorites. Yeah, definitely is one of my favorite plants that I have. This plant is Ficus lyrata, commonly known as the fiddle leaf fig. It's native to Africa, where it grows in lowland tropical forests and can grow up to 49 feet tall. In the last few years, the fiddle leaf fig has become one of the most popular and sought-after indoor houseplants. In my own collection, my fiddle leaf fig is one of my favorite plants. I actually purchased this plant for $5 at a nearby nursery called Wreckers in Bowmanville, Ontario, 2.5 years ago as a little sapling. And everything from this leaf up is new growth that has pushed out since I purchased it. Fiddle leaf figs need a well-draining soil to thrive. I keep mine in a 1-to-1 mixture of potting soil and orchid bark. You should have your fiddle leaf fig in a pot with a drainage hole, as it's super easy to overwater these guys and give them root rot. I have had issues with root rot on this particular plant many times in the past, and I've had to uproot it and take out all the dead roots, but I've finally learned to curb my need to water everything all the time. As for watering, I tend to water it once a week, but if the soil is still moist, I hold off for a couple days. Or, as sometimes happens in the growing season, it might need more frequent waterings as it starts to push out new growth. Fiddle leaf figs also need a lot of bright light. It can survive in direct to filtered light as long as the light it is getting is bright. They also tend to deteriorate fast in dimmer lighting. That being said, you don't want to constantly move this plant around to different places trying to find the best spot, because they don't like to be moved very often and might drop leaves if they're moved too much. Find a nice sunny spot and just leave it there. If you leave your fiddle leaf fig alone to grow unpruned, it will grow straight up in one stalk. To force this plant to branch, there are 2 tricks that you can try. The easiest is to chop off the top. This will force the plant to push out usually 2 new branches at the cut. Another way to force branch growth is to notch. To do this, make a small cut into the trunk just above a bud of an existing leaf, and this will trick the plant into creating a branch at this point. This method doesn't always work though, and can be hazardous on smaller trees. I tried it on mine and nearly snapped my tree in half. I had to quickly put it back together, tie it up, and pray that it would heal where it split. So far, it seems to have healed nicely, thank goodness. Fiddle leaf figs are susceptible to common pests like mites and mealybugs, but it's rare that you'll see them on your fiddle leaf fig. They're very pest hardy. Definitely a show plant, the fiddle leaf fig is great for its large, unique foliage and potential for growth and size. It might not be the easiest plant to care for and requires more maintenance than some other indoor houseplants, but it definitely makes up for it in character. Thanks again for watching. If you're new to my channel, I post plant videos on Monday, and on Friday I post videos about writing or reading or photography or whatever interests that I have. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. As well, you can find the link to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns, which is currently out on Amazon. Thanks again, bye!